Hello there, YouTube. How the hell are you? My name's Vac, and we're here tonight to play some Marvel Strike Force. So welcome. Come on in. Put your favorite music on. Settle down. Let's get to some high-end gameplay, shall we? So we're just gonna get things started. As usual, we're gonna ramp up a little bit slow, not too slow, but we're gonna let a few people straggle in here live while I send out just one little alert. Almost done. And then we're going to get right at it. So we got a pretty full plate tonight. Not too bad. It's not a war day. But we got energy to spend, obviously. We just picked up at 9 o'clock. We have raids that we have not touched all day long, so we're going to need to do raids. And then we're going to blitz some with our new X-Force team and try to get some more impressions. Because I'm just trying to put some footage together and maybe do my own impressions video. I don't necessarily know if it's even necessary at this point, but, you know. Not everybody has seen the live streams, so we know that's coming, but we don't care. We know this is here, but we don't care. So I got named today. Like yesterday they didn't get me, but today they got me. So there's nothing you can do when you're sitting in first place. You're just a sitting duck. Somebody hit me at the last minute, knocked me down to 3. Probably lucky. I didn't even bother to look. But still, it's 400 cores instead of 5. Not the end of the world. You know, it cost me like $1 and change. And I'll be fine from that. Alright, so that's trolling me. We're good there. Let's definitely farm the store. Because we need syringes. But what we truly need... really any kind of at this point I have no city characters ready to go yet, and I'm at the city nodes, right? So I got nobody to take into Dark Dimension 3 tomorrow, so we need to start working on trying to level preferably we'd like to get one of these symbiotes leveled up, right? But BioGear has been a little difficult to farm, and so right there's some Alpha Flight, right? We're gonna pick those up. So I've got some city skill characters ready to go as well. Both Punisher could do as well as Kingpin, right? And then of course we're working up Ghost Rider if we can find the Mystic. So whatever I get now, so whoever I go with is going to be whoever I get the mini uniques for first. Essentially, it's just how that's going to have to go. So we'll probably pick up these health catalysts. We're almost out of those. Always need more. See, we'll take the palladium, but we don't need that as bad as some other things. There's some Alpha Flight ciphers. There we go. We may have to go with a skill character when it's all said and done. And in that vein, we'll go ahead and pick up these dossiers. So that's all we're going to do there. We don't need him. We want to hang on to all this. We do want to come back. Well, we don't need that. We need milestones. Just the one. We'll come back when we get a few more milestones. Yeah, and then we do have an Elite 5 that we need to open that somehow I missed this morning on the morning stream. And rather than opening it up off camera, I thought I would wait and do it tonight on the stream. Alright, so here we just grab a couple Kingpin vaults. I wonder if that's on the list. I don't know. Maybe we should just start banking. We're definitely banking those. And let's go open this Elite 5. Okay? Maybe we get lucky and we pull something really crazy X-23 pull out of here. Or we get a dupe and we get a little closer to an Elite 6. I don't care either way, right? So here we go. Nah, it's not going to be that great. Oh, but it is a 5. So that was a pretty good upgrade there for her. So now that's going to... we got her 4 gold, 3 red. So this is going to make her 4 and 4. Which should get her a little farther up toward being usable. and it's some incentive to get another star on her. No doubt about it. Puts her at 54. I might consider it. I'm kind of at the point, we need to do more testing, right? We need to we keep taking a look at them in hard fights. Right now, I'm thinking they're okay, but I probably would not have wailed out on them at all if I'd had a look at how they perform ahead of time. I think they're going to be just kind of a mid-range offense team from what I'm seeing now. Now, when we get some of these guys jacked up heavy, we'll have a better, clearer view. And when we get to actually use them in war, that will, of course, be the true test. But I don't think they're even ready for that power-wise just yet. So we need to spend our energy. And we're just going to go ahead and sort by city characters. So this is who we got. And we need to start getting as many of these guys to 14 as we can. And get into those city nodes. What is it we can raise here on Kingpin? I still think we're really closer. I'd love to raise Kingpin because he's on my Marauder defense or my Merc defense, and he's 7 red stars. So it really kind of would lean that way, but I do think we're going to be able to get Punisher in cheaper and easier. So let's see what we got here. We need to farm all that, and then let's go for it. Let's do one more. Nothing. Crap. Well, we didn't get nothing, but we didn't get what we wanted, which, no, not the end of the world. So hello if you're just joining us. My name is Vac, and we're playing some Marvel Strike Force. Come on in, put your favorite music on. We're going to start rolling through some content pretty quickly here. And if we get done quick enough, I might see about drudging up some PvP matches at the conclusion. I would love to, at least. I will take all comers in the whatever that second one they added was, where they balance it. All right. So raise is going to be the next thing we're going to want to do from here. Because we ain't even started these, but I got enough energy I can probably roll through the whole lane on U7. And we need to, that's cool because we need to regenerate some energy over here on the beta. So did I get all my mail? I did. Oh, it's Baxos that I did not get all the mail on, but no matter. So we're going into raids. We're going to join the U7. We're going to take a look at the lay of the land here. It looks like Strike Team 3 is going to be the place to be. And nobody has taken the middle lane. So the middle wing. So we will claim those 2 lanes. So we'll put Baxos in there. Then we'll jump in. Baxos will take the right side. And we'll take the left. Looks good. With Baxos, I start them off. This is my free-to-play account if you're not familiar. With Baxos, I start them off with about a 220k Asgardians. They're usually good to roll that first node down. Sometimes not. But I mean, I just put them on autoplay while I'm jumping back and forth between these accounts. Like if they don't make it, it's not the end of the world. I'm basically going to throw all of his teams at this raid until they're all dead. And with these guys, they're all going to drop pretty easy, but Black Panther is the deadly one. So off we go. Also, Elektra is a decent target to start off just because she goes down so quick and easy. Hey-o! Anyway, sorry. I really did like, I don't know if she was actually British, but I like the actress that they had playing her in the Marvel Netflix series with the British accent. I thought it was a pretty cool Elektra, actually. It really played the charisma and the crazy in a nice combination. I thought it was nice. I thought it was good. I really feel like as good as I thought Luke Cage was at times during that first season, I really feel like on the whole, Daredevil was really the crowning jewel of those shows. Particularly that first season, man. Some of those fight scenes, the hallway. You remember the hallway fight scene? Oh my god. Anyway, maybe it's just me. I like good fight choreography, and that was incredible. I also like long, uncut fight scenes, right? No camera cuts or nothing like that. You know, just one continuous shot. There's something impressive about that to me. I mean, I'm no cinematographer, but I like it. So the free-to-play account did indeed, that 220k Asgard was sufficient to get through. And I'm actually going to go ahead and send them into the second node as well, and just see if they can't knock most of it out before they die. Although it looks like they might actually just like freeze up before they die. BlueStacks is chugging. I'm not sure what's going on here. It would probably help if I ran fewer instances of BlueStacks. It's kind of a memory hog. It's a great program, don't get me wrong. You know, really is the way to play this game, is on an emulator. You know, good graphics. Really nice to see it on the monitor screen. Way different from playing it on my phone. Way different. And the phone is really where I value autoplay, right? Because I'm usually in the middle of working or talking or something like that. It's amazing how many in-depth conversations I've had with people while I ran through my blitz nodes or my blitz rotation. Just autoplay and go. So yeah, they almost halfway through this node and they're starting to wear down. We're down to 3 Asgardians over here. But that's all right. They're doing their job. Meanwhile, Fire and Forget over here is doing fine. Still going after that tank. They do that every time. They'll clear that taunt and still continue to go after him. There's no redirecting on that CPU. There's not really any AI to it. They just select a random person, I think. So from there, we're going to go to his 290k shield team, which has been getting buffed up. It was not that strong a few days ago. I've concluded one project, so for the next project, I want to start buffing up his war defense teams. That's the plan, at least. That is the plan, at least. So just in case you're here or you look at this later, I'd like to thank my newest subscriber, Martin. Probably not that Martin, I realize, but, you know, still, we're glad to have you here, sir. I'm not even that big a NASCAR fan. No offense if you are that Martin. I did have worked for a very long time with a guy who was boyhood friends with Sterling Marlin. So I've always been kind of adjacent to NASCAR. I grew up in the South where it's very, very big. But never been my thing. Insofar as racing is concerned, I'm not a huge fan, but I do prefer drag racing. All right. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. So we're down to what, 9? By the time we get there, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know. We might have to end up coming out. Well, I might have some raid energy, come to think of it. So we'll see. We might get there for free. Every time I'm buying them energy bundles, there's always little stuff like that, blitz charges, you know, raid energy. There's always that stuff thrown in that kind of just piles up. Most of it will pile up past the maximum that you're allowed to carry if you buy it with an offer. So, you know, like if you're familiar with me at all, I'm a big proponent of always buying energy offers. That should be the first place your money goes if you're going to put any money into this game at all. And if you don't put any money into this game at all, every core you earn should be put into energy. If you really just want to be efficient with it. And it's not hard and fast, but that's pretty hard and fast. So, you know, I buy all them energy offers, and then all this other kind of flotsam and jetsam comes with it, and it can come in handy at times, right? I got a ton of blitz credits, so if I ever really do want to go ham on a blitz, I can pretty much, you know, whenever I have the time to play, I can play all I want. That's always an issue for me. The notion of logging in every 2 hours on the dot and running through a rotation is not always realistic for me, as I'm sure it's not for you. So it is nice to have those charges when I need them, so that when I do have an hour or 2 or 3 to knuckle down, I can just blitz through the whole thing. Oh, who does not love Black Bolt? Like, the Black Order are certainly making more waves in Arena, and kind of moving Black Bolt and Yo-Yo out of, you know, the top meta at least. But man, Black Bolt, Yo-Yo too, they're, you know, like Black Order, they're good in just about every game mode. And I mean, it's not like Black Order's a slouch. They're not. It's just, man, you really get your mileage out of Black Bolt. You know, if I had the choice of plugging in a DPS on a team somewhere, and I could pick between Black Bolt and Corvus, I got a 7 red star Corvus and only a 6 red star Black Bolt. But I'd take that Black Bolt. Alright, so off we go on Mech Madness, which is the name of this node, if I recall correctly. So I am going to direct a bit here because I don't want to be messing around with bots. I kind of want to focus War Machines over Iron Men. Men. Okay. All the Iron Mans is. So who's ready for the Chimichanga event? I really hope. I haven't seen any hard data on just how many orange ability or orange gear mats we're going to be able to get out of that. You know, that's what they say we're going to get, but they're not really being very, you know. I hope it's as generous as the Unity event. But we'll see. We'll see. So I'm pretty stoked about getting that 5-star on a 5 red star on X23. She's going to be a lot of the DPS on that team. She needs to be, you know, the 6 red stars on Domino is nice. Don't get me wrong. She's going to get resisted a lot less, and her DPS is going to be a lot more respectable. But getting like 6 or 7 red stars on a DPS character, that's a whole different bang. You know, that's something else altogether. New and improved shield looking pretty good over here. Not the ones we're fighting, the one I'm running on Baxos, but still. Not that this shield looks bad. Shield has just been a consistently good team throughout the life of the game. At the beginning of the game, there was a lot of minions, and everybody was like, why are these minions in the game? And now they've turned out to be kind of a big part of the game. There are so many teams that heavily rely on minions. You know, Hand Sentry there is one of the best hand characters in the game. One of the best characters, probably the best minion in the game, really, taken solo. And then you got, you know, of course, the Hydra minions, and that team's not good with, you know, you got all those shield minions. They work great in conjunction with each other. And back at the beginning of the game, they did too. They were like the best all minion team was easily shield. But then when we got Fury, that just changed the game. Totally changed the game. So hello, if you're just joining us, my name's Vac. We're playing some Marvel Strike Force. We're kind of just shooting the shit and sleepwalking through a U7 lane right now, but we're going to get into some more interesting stuff later. Raid has never been of great interest to me. This is something I do as like a daily chore that I do for the, you know, for the rewards and for the good of my alliance. I'm trying to help all my Mortys build up. At this point, all I need are T4s. Lots and lots of T4s. Ability and gear, no doubt about it. I'm going to get all the Black Order completely maxed out. And after that, I think I might go on a campaign to get all of my characters. They're all 12 right now, right? I'm thinking about running them all to 13. Just everybody. Start at the bottom, run them all up. Try to get the average power rank, you know, somewhere up and around 70. That'd be nice. It would especially be useful in Blitz, right? It would really up Blitz scores. And higher Blitz scores means I could probably Blitz less or Blitz better on the few blitzes that I do. So that's kind of attractive to me. I might shift gears and do something else. Of course, obviously, there's going to be nothing but a focus on DD3 until we can get done with that. But right now, we're just holding on mini uniques. This is miserable. I need so many mini uniques. Really need bio the most, but at this point, just to get any city characters in there and get some progress going, I'm whatever. I'll raise Punisher, I'll raise whoever. I'd rather raise Daredevil over Punisher, but Punisher is going to be easier to get there, so I'm probably going to go that way. And then, of course, every bit of Mystic gear I get, I'm putting into Ghost Rider, try to get him in there as well. And it's always best if he's the strongest character on. I don't know, maybe not the strongest, but he should be in the discussion for strongest on the Supernatural team. A nice 7 red star Elsa wouldn't be bad either. Whew. That shotgun. All right, we're making good progress. So how about my live audience? What does your X-Force look like, and what do you think of it? If you got the time. You're probably blitzing or doing whatever while you listen to me. I'm just throwing it out there. So, here we go. Still going to take that whole tank out. Let's get Gamora. It's not that there isn't DPS on this squad. It's just that Black Bolt is most of it. Let's go ahead and let him kill Cap because that energy is annoying. And they're not really doing that much damage to us. Oh, the follow-ups. One second. And we're back. Easily rolled through that node. Now this is the first place where they might start to stumble occasionally. But we're hoping for a good, nice, clean run. I definitely want to start them off on Ronin. Summoners are just pretty dangerous in the current setup, state of the game. One of the reasons I wouldn't mind taking Kingpin into City on DD3. I just he's not going to be as effective without somebody else in there with him, right? I just don't think he's going to be that great standing on his own. Let's try to save. All right, we might be in trouble here. We're down a Shuri. We could use her. Hang in there, Minerva. No. Okay. So we're pretty screwed. Well, that's understandable, Thomas. I think the advice I'm going to end up giving, and just in retrospect, looking at it now, I could have not put a dime into any of those X-Force characters, and I'd be fine right now. They may end up shocking me and getting drastically better than what I'm seeing, but I think they're going to end up being just kind of a mid-tier attack team that will be able to clear Asgard, and I think that's going to end up being their niche, right? I think the people have this notion they're going to take out Mercs, since Mercs is like the newest and best, defense team, that they're going to be the counter to Mercs. I got to see a few more matchups of it, but I'm not convinced they are. I don't think they will be. I think they will be decent at countering Asgard. I've seen them punch up on Asgard. I've seen them punch up on Wakanda. I've seen them punch up on Fenders. But actual top end teams, they haven't done well at all. Now I'm still a little under leveled on a few of the members, so I'm willing to reserve judgment. But the way I'm leaning, they may not be worth it. So anyway, hello to everybody just joining us. My name is Vac. We're playing some Marvel Strike Force. Rolling through our U7 lane right now. Just come on in, put your favorite music on, settle on down. You got any questions? Hit them in the chat. We're here to help. The channel is growing pretty quick, so my plan is to. It's hard to field all these questions in chat. So the ultimate thing we're going to do is we're going to set up a stream Discord for people to put into their apps, so that if they have any questions for Mortytown or me in particular, then we can just fire them off and handle them there. Also be a good place for people to congregate with each other. Discord is just good like that. Let's rebuff. Discord is good like that. I'm a big fan. Used a lot of voice chat programs over the year, you know, Ventrilo and all, you know, but Discord has really been a notch above. Actually, let's welcome back over here and get Mystique, shall we? You're right, Thomas. I felt a little compelled to just kind of, you know, wail out a little on them, just to put the team together, just in case it was good. I mean, I gambled on Black Order and it paid off big. And I knew that I could easily not gamble on these guys because, like, I mean, fine. Like, if Black Order had turned out bad, it wouldn't have been the end of the world, but I'd be earning fewer cores probably. Probably not. Actually, I was already at #1 in Arena. I'd still be competing, but you see my point. It wouldn't have been a big deal. I wouldn't have fallen off if I had gambled wrong on that. But it doesn't matter at all. Like, I mean, if you've got a decent amount of teams to attack with, then I wouldn't say X-Force is critical. Not by any stretch of the imagination. I think they're going to be good, and I do think it looks like they're going to end up being, at the very least, a so-so counter for Asgard, and that'll be useful. That'll be way useful. I just don't know if it's really going to be worth wailing out on, right? And I don't know how much further. I might go ahead and see about opening a few orbs and see if I can get a lucky drop and get her 5th star on X23 since I got that 5 red. That's how they get you, man. They get you like, hey, look at this empty red star. Check it out. Don't you want to fill that? Don't you want to fill that? And I'm like, yeah, I do. Especially because it looks like she's going to be really instrumental in doing most of the DPS, as well as, and this will be the biggest thing for countering Asgard, she's got that ultimate that does massive damage, goes to the lowest health enemy, and goes through stealth. And it's the through stealth part that will be critical to countering Asgardians. Oh, I don't know if you like I'm ready for city nodes, right? And I don't have a character to take in. I got myself hung here. Now I don't regret it, right? Because I got myself hung by raising Corvus to Gears Tier 14, and I needed him for Arena. That was way more important. So I might have to wait a day or two before I get into city, which is regrettable, but not the end of the world. It's still going to be there. You miss a week of Arena, you're losing money. Thank you, actually. Oh, I love Black Bolt. Pyro, gotta go. Gotta go, Pyro. Can't have him around. All right. Now we'll go ahead. Well, that'll just get everybody cleared off. I'm over here picking targets, and Black Bolt's like, don't bother. Just don't even bother. He's like taking Phoenix into a node, except you don't have to heal him every time. Just a great character. So we're getting down toward the end here. Pushing through this content. I can pretty well count on this team pretty reliably. That's why I've settled in on them. I was a little more quixotic. I don't know. I was changing teams a lot when we first started doing U7. And in fact, when we first started doing U7, I was following like a casino infographic. And I mean, man, it was a new team every node. And it took forever because I didn't have enough save teams to cover all that crap, you know? And it was just taking forever, man. I finally was like, I got to figure out a combination that can roll through this content. And I've tried a few different teams, and this is the one I came up with. Maybe a few of the T13 sloths. Okay. You raising sloths characters? What's going on? Yo-Yo. Yeah, Yo-Yo. Level Yo-Yo all you can. Give everything Yo-Yo. Everything to Yo-Yo. Feed Yo-Yo. Love Yo-Yo. She will never treat you wrong. Really my favorite protector in the game. Also, I'm a big fan of the character in the show. Oh, Ultron's another one that I have not regretted taking to 14. I took him early on to 14 just to get him in arena. You know, that was back when I was using a BB, Yo-Yo, Ultron. You know, that was the meta at the time, and it kept me at number 1 for a long time. But then now it's you gotta let them go. They're still useful in a lot of other modes, but now it's time to focus on arena and Black Order for that. Trying to figure out what I'm listening to out there. Probably fireworks. Go, go, Black Bolt. He's so incredible. Like the best advice I can give young whales coming into the game, if you have some money to spend, buy Asgard offers. Buy all the Asgard offers. They're a great team to start yourself off with, way better than Pun Fenders. And they'll get you a Black Bolt, which will inevitably get you a Black Order. And then next thing you know, hey, look here, you've caught up to the meta, you know? It's very important if you're gonna spend big, you're gonna whale out on characters. Don't do what I've done with these X-Force, right? If you're only gonna be able to whale out once in a year, or for the summer or what have you, whale out on the character that's gonna get you ahead of the arena meta, right? Whale out on somebody that's gonna flow cores back to you. Like, I have no doubt in my mind now that every penny I spent on Black Order was worth it. a lot of fun wrecking everything with them too. But they are a lot of fun to play. Love throwing moons on people. But it's not just that. You know, obviously I'm going to get a little investment back. They're a hell of a lot of fun to play. And it's just a good team all around. But probably could have done without any the money I spent on X-Force. I probably would like it back, because they're not going to be that impactful, right? They're going to be good. They're going to be good, and they may end up, you know, proving my expectations wrong and being good enough to take out Merc and maybe even Hydra teams. I doubt that, but maybe. I have not seen them at their full glory, nor have we tested them in war, which really should be more telling than anything. But I don't know. From what I'm seeing in Blitz 8-2, 8-3, they got killed in 8-3 when I played them. It was not good. I mean, the only people they could beat were Punt Fenders and Wakanda. That was it, right? Got them a little higher. They barely could beat Asgard on a small punch up. So I don't know where they go from here. We'll see. It's going to require more testing. We're going to have to get them a little higher, and then I'm going to start putting them into war to test them out. And I think that's really where we'll find out what's going on with them. So I'm actually, you know, like, I have not done an impressions video on any of the X-Force characters that I've bought. I'm doing this in my spare time. I'm not trying to be a full-time YouTuber. And I do want to put out videos that are helpful to the community. I just don't know how much more helpful one more impressions video is. So my plan is I'm going to do an overall impressions video on the team. I'm collecting footage now. And I'm going to do an overall impressions video on the team. I'm not rushing into it though. I'll probably be the last one out, right? I'm putting together footage now. I'm going to start splicing. I'm also bad at splicing video footage together, so there's that. But I'm working on that. So it's a big project. I got all kind of projects going. That's one of them. But what I'm more excited to do something with is actually, I'd like to do a video talking about war, right? I'd like to discuss my strategy. You know, we're mid-range, right? So it's not going to be applicable to high-end alliances. But for those that are playing in, you know, silver range, gold range, it probably will be. I did Cosmic just fine without Hela. In fact, I got through it quicker than I thought I would. And it was largely about Minerva more than anybody. I had Thanos in there, don't get me wrong. But it was just like Dark Dimension 2, man. Minerva would go in there and, you know, use her ultimate and just suck 10% out of them every pop. And I had Thanos standing next to her, and he'd be feeding her energy. I mean, I wished I had brought Star-Lord. You know, I brought Danvers, and she, you know, did some okay damage, but like, I really kind of wished I'd brought Star-Lord instead and just gone with the Dark Dimension 2 strategy. Let's get JJ. She's their energy battery. All right, see if we got a few more coming in. So hello. Welcome to the stream, everybody. This is Mortytown TV. I'm Vac. We're here playing some Marvel Strike Force, which you're probably familiar with if you found your way here. We're a Gold 2 alliance, so we range from 2 to 10 million in total collection power. I'm the 10. Nice to meet you. And we're, you know, just here trying to stream out a little high-level gameplay as best we can. Right now, we're just sleepwalking through a U7 node. I'm not even touching the keyboard. What's up, man? Always good to have another Morty in here. So that gets us through U7. All right, I think we're back. I'm not sure else would be a good choice. Okay, I guess we're having connection troubles. It's bouncing in and out on me. I'm not sure what's happening. We'll see if it settles out, huh? Hopefully it will. I have not had connection issues with the game. It's just some kind of connection with between OBS and YouTube. Oh well, we lost half the people watching there, but that's all right. I understand. I assure you folks, it's beyond my control. Hopefully, though, it's leveled out and it won't happen again. We can get through the rest of this broadcast and get all our stuff done. So, yeah, right now, the lane we're on, Symbiotes is a great choice. Always a great choice in Raid. Always a great choice in Raid. I've been nothing but thrilled at the performance of this team in raids. And since you're usually using them in a Greek raid too, like those aren't that hard in my, just from my opinion. And these days they don't feel very difficult. So bio lanes, man, and city lanes, let me have them. I'm all for it. All right. Definitely want to bleed up. Oh, it's going to be a bad day for you, Danny. Let's actually stop Yondu. All right, I wanted to keep Iron Fist alive long enough to spread that. There we go. And we can probably roll through these now. No problemo. So I love these teams. Like right now, I'm streaming, so I'm talking to you. But I love these teams that allow me to roll through my raid content for the day while also watching a show or reading a book or having a conversation or whatever. And you can very surreptitiously hold your phone and keep a raid team going, and it really not even kind of look like you're playing a game, right? So it allows you to multitask, and that's something I really value highly. This is a game that, now everything's changed with COVID, and now I play it more at home, right? But I used to play it way more on the go. I would work 12-hour shifts a day, every day. I was always at work at the factory, and so I just play there on my phone. I was given real thought to buying a tablet, in fact, when the pandemic happened, and next thing you know, I had 6 weeks off. So it's like, well, let's build a new computer and let's start streaming. My brother Baxos had been pushing me to do it for a while, and I thought, why not? And so far, I've been finding it pretty enjoyable. It's fun. I get to talk with a lot of new people about a hobby that I adore, and it's just kind of fun to pick up all the new skills that I've had to learn. Photoshop, video editing is still in the works. I'm getting better at Photoshop, but you'll probably see an evolution of my thumbnails over time as I pick up new tricks. But I certainly understand it a hell of a lot better than I did, 4 weeks ago. I've been gaming my whole life, and I have, not every time I've played a game, but most times been pretty good, pretty competitive. But this whole streaming thing, I'm pretty new to. I do enjoy, just talking to people. That I'm used to. I've spoken in front of crowds and that kind of thing before. Speech classes in high school, for whatever that's worth. And I've been on stage a few times. But now mostly I fix robots and I like playing Marvel Strike Force. This is not a great night for it. But we're going to persist. So I apologize for the interruptions. Thankfully, it's happening during, fairly pedantic content. Appreciate y'all sticking with me through it. All right, so Baxo's looking pretty good over here. We're out of energy on this, so that's going to conclude the beta. Let's jump out of here now. No, we don't want that. Let's see what we've got. Getting trolled again. Always getting trolled. No milestones to pick up. We'll worry about that milestone orb later. We do have an arena attack we can make, so let's go see this. Let's go see this Black Order team for anybody who hasn't checked this out yet. Looks like Lucky is here, knocked me out of first. So I'm gonna just get lucky when the time comes tomorrow. That sounded wrong. That sounded wrong. I'm gonna take first place when the time comes tomorrow, and for right now we're just gonna hit Unclouded and take that second spot, and then in between now and then, which will be like 6 p.m. tomorrow Eastern. If Unclouded wants to trade back and forth with me, I would love that, because then I could get my 5 attacks in. I don't know if he's as amused by it as I am, but, because I've never spoken to him. But I like a little hot Blackwater on Blackwater action. And so we're going to start off by hitting the left side of their formation. It's all pretty squishy over there. We're going to make sure that Corvus catches the first offense down. I'm going to save the flips, hit that left side again, kill Corvus. Now he's going to flip, and that's why I saved it. In a Black Order versus Black Order fight, it has been my experience, he who flips last flips best. So it sucks that we lost Maw, but I think we're going to be alright. Corvus will get a little extra damage because he's got defense up. We'll reapply our taunt. Oh, that might kill Proxima. Alright. And then we will do the same. I always like to slow that down. It's worth watching in slow motion. Or regular motion, whatever. Alright. And now we just need to wear down the big guy. Little rainbow face. That translates to rainbow right in the face. Like this. See? Oh man, rainbow right in the face. Poor Corvus has no wife to hit with on basic. That basic attack, that empowered basic attack of Thanos's. I did not, looking across the kit, I did not expect that to be the power I would love as much as any. The flip is fantastic. I love the animation. I love the animation, both animations, you know, the snap too, on his ultimate. But it's not, I think that basic puts in more work throughout the course of the fight. So anyway, that's all for that. Still trolling me. Don't need that. You know, like 10,000 of them. So that leaves us with one thing. Insofar as stuff we got to do. And that's going to be, we're going to do a couple blitzes. We really don't even have to do any blitzes. But I'd like to come in here and just see a couple of fights with our X-Force team. And I'd like to see who we can put them up against. So Power Armor is a good meta team that we could put them up against, but I don't think they're going to see that team very often. So let's get a little further testing with Asgard, since that's who they're putting against us. So we're going to take this team in against Asgard one more time and just see if we can recreate the results that we got earlier. Which was that we were able to do small punch-ups, not big ones. And we'll see how it goes. We got a little stronger X-23 now. And I know as she inches up the power range, things are going to get a little easier. Especially because she's the one who's going to be combating stealth. Which is a big element of fighting this team. Heal block also being helpful with all of their self-heal. Congratulations, Alex. I think she's going to be a strong individual performer. I just can't really make an informed decision yet as she's so low. So now here's where she's going to hit the lowest health person on the field, even if they're stealthed, which is not going to be one of the stealth people right now. I'm pretty sure this is going to be Thor. But I'm perfectly okay with that. I want Thor to die. So she's going to go around this taunt, and she's going to smack Thor a bunch of times and get him off the board. So this is one of the reasons, that ability alone is one of the reasons I think this team's going to end up being a fairly effective counter to Asgard. It's just that how far does that go? Are they going to be able to counter anybody tougher than Asgard? That we don't really know yet. So I'm going to use Cable to try to strip that taunt. There we go. And then, of course, we're going to direct all of our attention straight at Hela. And no good options here. Just Gregs and illusions. Little ×3 hacky sack. That's nice. That's nice. That got rid of Heimdall for us. Lovely. And I do think that this team is going to do well against Asgard. They may end up being stronger than I'm seeing here. We got to be open to that possibility. We haven't seen them in a war. They still need some leveling. So at a bare minimum, they're probably going to have a niche as an Asgard counter. But it remains to be seen. They may be able to go farther than that when it's all said and done. Well, that does always help in unlocking an X-23 or any character on the day they release. It's having a lot of cores to open orbs. I myself put at least $50 worth of cores in just to get her, because I bought the offers that did not get good pulls at all. So to get her to 4, I needed to boost her a little bit, so I bought a few orbs. And now they're trying to tempt me to take her to 5 because I have a 5th red star. And it sure would be nice. But we're going to hold off on that for now. And let's see how they'll do. I suspect they'll do pretty well here against what is probably a fairly typical Guardians defensive setup. Okay. So let's try to disrupt Drax. That was not good. We did not stand up well to that DPS, and we are not getting her back. There is just no resin on this team. She did indeed get wrecked. So what we're going to do, we're just going to try to go on and get Rocket and leave Drax be for the moment. There we go. All right, now this is kind of a waste. I think she can basic Rocket now. Oh, I was wrong. But it's not far off. However, I bet if we yank Mantis, we can nearly clear her. Oh, then they death proof everybody. That's a sad day. Now they're going to do this. All right, that did not go well for me. Getting everybody to just that close to dead, not great unless you have a Black Bolt around. So let's go ahead and try to get him off the board now. He had a death proof, but with as many attacks as that is on that ultimate, that didn't really matter. And that's good. That's good. We still got a pretty good chance of getting through this team. Alright, I think he's about to self-heal, so we need to try to get him out of there. Yeah, it wasn't much of a heal. Okay. I think even if he reses, we'll be fine. And there you go. Nice. So we're not really worried about the blitz itself or the score or anything like that. Right now I'm just looking to test this team against some good defenses. And so there is a Marauder, a Mag Marauder, or whatever you want to call that, right? Let's go with that. That's a team they're very likely to see fairly commonly on defense. So there's certainly indications that, you know, we'll see how they react to this. So we're just going to have to basic it out because they really got no counter to that. Ouch. Yeah, they're not doing well here, which has been a theme. So we're charged up. Let's go ahead and try to get rid of this taunt. Beautiful. So I think we got a lost cause here, but we're going to fight it on out. So it seems like at this point of my playtesting, purely in Blitz, but up in the 8-1 to 8-3 range, they can beat the average team, which would be like Puntfenders and Wakandans, and they can beat Asgard with a slight punch up. They can probably do it pretty consistently with a punch across, but as far as other major defensive teams like Marauders, like Mercs, They have not done well against any that I've taken them against. I mean, not even like well enough to think, well, maybe one day. Like, no, not at all. So I think what we're looking at here is kind of a middle of the road war offense. And we'll really know when we get them into war. And we'll try to take some more footage of that when I get this X-23 up to a bit more of a usable level, and we can really get a good idea of what a balanced X-Force team looks like. Then we'll come back to the issue. We'll take some more footage, and maybe we'll be able to make a decision or some kind of final analysis. But for now, it's pretty middle of the road, right? I think they're decent. They're going to be a good team. And I think that their niche will probably end up being as a counter to Asgard. And I see no indication of anything better than that yet, but they may surprise me. Time will tell. So we'll revisit the issue later and just move on from there. Thank you very much. So here on the live stream, we will pretty much call that. And I don't know necessarily that we have anything useful left to do after that. There's a ton of orbs here, but we can't open them. So we've done all our store farming. We've spent all our energy. So it's pretty much it. So if anybody would like to do some PvPing on stream, I'm game. I got enough time for a little bit. If not, then yeah, I probably got some infographics I can make up and definitely some things I could do to kill the rest of the night working on the stream. So it's out there, it's open. Also ready to answer any questions anybody has. But it's getting pretty late at night. We're dwindling down to a small number here. So since I don't see any activity in the chat, we'll just wrap it up. That's pretty much going to conclude Mortytown TV for the night. I want to say thank you to everybody who's been riding along live here with me. We really appreciate having you here. We'll be back in the morning. If not, then definitely tomorrow evening. The stream in the evening, I'm probably never going to miss. The morning, occasionally I might. We've only missed one, but I'm just leaving that open. So more than likely, we'll be back in the morning. Definitely, we'll be back tomorrow night. We appreciate having all of you here. We'll hopefully see you again. So until that time, be cool. Keep gaming. I'm Vac, and I'm out of here.